Hola amigos, and welcome to a fun video about some surprising things about living in Spain that we didn't experience in the United States. Things that will help you prepare and fit right in when you visit or move to Spain. So let's get started.
Okay, so first of all, let's tackle a common myth that everyone dresses all fancy going to the grocery store. There's tons of YouTube shorts and memes joking about it, but our realization is that many of them don't. So in Spain, there seems to be a time and place, and going to the grocery store for many is not the place. I had a big issue with this when we first got here. I was so worried about wearing something comfortable, like leggings and a t shirt, just going to the market. But Greg noticed many ladies were wearing those comfortable clothes while they were shopping or just walking down the street. He drew my attention to it, and sure enough, many of them were dressed comfortable in tennis shoes, leggings, and t shirts. So I say, feel free to be comfortable, be yourself, do what feels good, but don't feel pressured to dress all fancy wherever you go. No one will judge you or say anything.
Yeah, nobody. So now, check this out. Neighborhood trash bins all lined up in the streets for the residents to empty their basura. Now, normally in the United States, we would put the trash out for pickup and then a truck would come by one day a week and pick up the trash. Or if you live in an apartment, then you would take your trash down to the dumpster and those are going to be hidden away somewhere. But here in Spain, there are bins that are strategically placed on the streets. It's like an art form, making recycling and waste super convenient and easy. You make the trip every day, and then each night, the truck comes by and picks up the trash. And it just keeps the streets looking tidy.
Yes. So I had a favorite pair of tennis shoes that I brought with us to Spain. So if you saw the bottom of those tennis shoes, you know I'd love those tennis shoes because they were like completely worn out, the soles. There was no traction on there. And everywhere I walked back in the States, it wasn't a problem. But as soon as we hit the streets of Malaga, I was literally slipping everywhere. I had to hold on to Greg's arm when it rained or they were cleaning the streets. So just be careful if your favorite shoes don't have great traction. The marble streets are beautiful, but you have to be super careful.
Right. So now, did you ever drive around and around and around looking for a place to park on the street because you just have to run in real quick for a quick second? It would be the perfect opportunity to double park, right? Well, what we've noticed is that double parking is a thing here. And guess what? No one gets annoyed. No one really cares. I know it's hard to believe, but it's just part of the flow. Need to run into the store real quick? No problem. Just double park and everyone rolls with the flow. If you're blocking someone leaving, then what they'll do is they'll just honk until you come out and move your car. And no one gets mad. It's just how the parking works. It's chill vibes.
Right. Yeah. So next, many homes here don't have dryers. And initially you might be thinking about all the extra work that comes with having to hang your clothes. But you know what? Hanging clothes is like a meditative activity. There's something incredibly calming about it. Depending on the season, the sun dries the clothes within like an hour or so anyway. Adding a little fabric softener just gets that perfect smell. And then you're good to go. If you haven't done it yet, don't worry. For some odd reason, you're going to love it.
Right. All right, so check this out. When it comes to crosswalks, the pedestrian rules. All cars stop for pedestrians. I mean, seriously, it's like an unspoken rule. We're used to running for our lives when we have to cross the street. But here, pedestrians rule the crosswalks, and drivers are happy to wait. Now, one caveat, you better make sure that you use a crosswalk because if you try to go outside of the crosswalk, we are not responsible. Also, at major intersections, the crossing traffic will get a red light about 3 to 4 seconds before the pedestrian is given the green light to cross. Yeah. Now, I know it seems like common sense, but we're used to the cross traffic light changing simultaneously with the pedestrian green light. Now, both things are pretty cool. And it's all about respect and safety.
Yes. Okay, this is for the dog owners, or just those of us who see this happening on the streets. This may not be a Spaniard invention or solely used here in Spain, but it's the first time we've ever seen it. So when dog owners are walking their dogs, many times they have to use the restroom on the sidewalks. There's not much we can do about that. But dog owners have a cool trick for neutralizing dog pee. It's a simple vinegar water spray. So not everyone does it, but you appreciate the ones that do. And it helps to know that the water that you see kind of running down the street is actually that neutralizing vinegar that's trying to neutralize the smell. So not everybody does it, but it's a great gesture when you do see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, shopping is like a treasure hunt here. No one-stop shops where you can buy bread, NyQuil, and a toothbrush. Instead, you have specialized stores. Fruterias for fruit and vegetables, panderias for bread, and papelerias for stationery, farmacias for medicine. Now, initially, you might think this is a huge inconvenience, but I think it's awesome. I mean, it fosters relationships with the store owners, and you get to interact with the experts, people who know all about their craft. Someone at the fruteria can tell you about the best fruits, but not necessarily the best breads. So you get a personalized experience and you get to talk to an expert.
Yeah. Okay. Next, when we first came to Malaga, we saw all these beautiful trees full of oranges.
Yeah.
We didn't pick them because we couldn't figure out why the locals weren't trying to pick them. We thought it was taboo to pick them. Mm-hmm. But later we found out that they didn't pick them because they were bitter tasting, so they tasted pretty much awful. Yeah. So every once in a while, we see people picking them and putting them all in bags. Our son did that once, but he learned the hard way. Yeah. So don't be that tourist.
Yeah.
Take pictures, but don't get caught picking them.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing you won't hear much about in casual conversations is work. Spaniards don't usually ask, "What do you do for work?" It's refreshing. Conversations are more about enjoying life and hobbies and family and friends. In the beginning of our time here, we went to a dinner with our Airbnb host, and I remember asking him what his wife did for work. And he looked at me like I had an eye like right here. But that's the moment that I realized that it's not all about work. Now, we've had several interactions since that time, and they never really ask about work. It's all about family. So just don't ask about work and you'll fit right in.
Yes. Okay. Here's an interesting fact. You're not going to find a garbage disposal here in Spain. They are banned in some European countries, and from what we understand, the sewage system here in Spain cannot handle that type of waste. So everyone gets creative with composting and managing kitchen waste. Plus, they have bins on the streets specifically for biodegradable waste. So you just get used to it.
Right. That's true. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do here now is blow your minds. So when you're out shopping, don't expect the store staff to ask you, "Did you need help finding anything?" Now, we have not heard one person ask us if we needed help. Whether you're in a grocery store, a convenience store, clothing store, you're on your own. Now, they will acknowledge you and smile and say hi, but you won't feel pressured. And actually, this is not a bad thing. And, it doesn't mean that the people are rude. In fact, if we ask for help, they have the most amazing customer service. But no one feels the need to ask if you need anything. And I love it. Yeah. And besides, when you have to ask for help, it's a great way to practice your Spanish.
True.
Now, there you have it.
Yes.
A little glimpse into some of the quirks and cool things about living in Spain. Now, if you have some interesting quirks that you want to share, put those in the comments below.
Yes. And we're going to keep learning about Spain and exploring all the country has to offer. If you have anything you want to see in Spain or interesting places you want us to check out, put those in the comments as well.
Yes, and we'll do our best to do it. And then if you haven't yet, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit the notification button so that way you are the first one to know the next time we release our amazing, awesome, incredible, fun videos. So we do thank you very much for stopping by here and joining us today. Until next time,
Hasta luego.